Welcome.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Wait, what were you going to say, Tom?
Nothing.
Oh, we have a guest.
Hello.
You don't say hello yet.
Oh.
Shut up. You don't know the rules.
You can say hello. Where's that rule come from?
Fair.
You don't speak yet, Joe.
Not for 4.5 minutes,
we
okay?
haven't said who you are. So,
I just said Joe.
oh,
He can say hi.
I'm
He
pretty
can start the
sure-
podcast. Harrison started our other podcast.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
Harrison swore lots before we
what
knew
did he
his
say?
name.
He was like, "Hey, bitches."
I think the first word was motherfucking shit prostitutes or something like that.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, yeah, you can swear if you want. It's okay.
We won't tell your parents.
It's fine.
Fuck.
oh, get out, get
Oh
on.
my god, I have to go now.
I'm gonna Mark, Leslie. You can tell your parents.
So, yeah.
We've just got this random person with us.
Explain. Like, who are you? What do you do? Why do you want to? Why are you here?
Well, my name is Joe.
Yeah.
And I am a
Do you
student.
work in a button factory?
Yeah, one day
you
my
have
boss
that?
came up to
What?
me.
Hi, my name is
Oh,
Joe.
right, yeah.
And I work in a button factory.
See, I had chicken factory.
I have a wife.
Never heard button.
And 3 kids. And one day, my boss came up to me and said,
Joe, are you busy?
I said no.
He said, push this button with your right hand.
Hi, my name is Joe.
And then you just keep
I work
doing it
in a button
until...
fac- and then you work, and then you do.
I was
Oh,
thinking of the bit.
Yeah.
Do you push chickens?
There's a bit on The
Yeah.
Office where they're all in a bus. They have to work from a bus for a day because their office is being fumigated, and they do this song where it's like, Shabuya, yeah, Shabuya. Oh yeah, my name is Joe. Yeah, na na na. Yeah, da 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 da. Yeah, da 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 da. You just make it up. That's what I thought you were doing.
Yeah.
And then there's Kevin, and he's like, my name is Kevin. Yeah, because that's my name. Yeah, my name is Kevin. Yeah, because that's my name. Shabuya. Yeah. Anyway, you weren't doing that.
No.
So
Introduce yourself, Joe. We will shut up.
Well, yes, I am a student at a school, and well, I was about to do my GCSEs, and then this corona thing happened, and I effed it up.
Ronnie's.
This thing I've been hearing about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This thing.
this little thing that's just a bit.
So you're probably, not to put it lightly, of the generation that probably, like, will be remembered for having their
Yeah.
school experience pretty messed up
Like I can
Yeah.
just
for a while.
I can just imagine the future employers looking at your CV, being like, "Oh, he was that generation.
Yeah,
I feel
I
sorry
was
for
the
you.
corona
He
year.
was the
Yeah.
2020 GCSE level."
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So how old are you, Joe? Sorry, I just kind of.
Well, I'm 16, and then yeah.
It doesn't feel like that way.
We haven't actually said
It
Joe
doesn't
is
feel-
Anna's brother,
Yeah,
Yeah. So
yes.
brother
yes,
and sister.
Joe is my little brother,
because
but he's bigger than me.
everyone's bigger than you. Anna.
Yeah.
But everyone's obviously going through this ridiculous time at school, and you are one of those people. And we have no idea what that's
No,
like.
we.
And it's a really important thing at the moment. And
Yeah.
not enough people are listening to the people going through those problems. To put a serious note on it. Sorry.
So let's start from like the beginning of the time.
In the beginning,
In the beginning,
there was
so
nothing,
Then there was Ronies.
it was Ronies.
and then there was still nothing forever.
So when was lockdown? Like March?
March 23rd.
March
Third,
23rd.
Yeah, into lockdown.
When did you stop going to school?
It was around that time, wasn't it? It was like right before lockdown started, I think.
So was it
went
when
on.
Boris announced that it was lockdown? Was that
Yeah.
when school closed? Because I don't even remember.
That's when everything closed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Schools didn't close before that.
Yeah.
though,
I
did it?
remember I was
No.
helping you put
Don't
up
think
your
so.
pictures in your room, and then we looked at the television. It was just like, schools are now closed. We're like, well,
Yeah.
that just went from
all
like,
of them.
literally just all of them just went like shut down. It, like instantly, everyone just went, wait, what? Like, because the day before it was just like, well, we don't really know anything about Corona
yeah.
yet, and then just instantly it just went
0 to 100.
0 to 100
So your
real
last
quick.
day at school, you didn't realise was going to be your last day.
No, we thought there was going to be another day happening,
Wow.
and then in the morning they all said to us, yeah, this is going to be the last day of school. And we were just like,
crazy.
wow.
So at that point, did you have any thoughts of like, what are my exams going to be like? What are my grades going to be like? Or was it just, let's hope this blows over in a couple of weeks?
no one knew what to expect.
Yeah.
We were like, "Oh, are the exams going to happen?" I'm pretty sure the teachers are like, "Oh yeah, the exams are going to happen." It's
they said that.
This virus is not really going to. They didn't expect what was going to happen.
Everyone tried so hard to be positive. That's what I found so like interesting about the whole bit at the beginning, is that everyone didn't have time to worry about the consequences of anything. They were just like, we all just had to be, it's fine, it'll have to be fine, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. Just keep saying it's fine, it'll be fine.
I think we thought we were going to be in lockdown until like July.
Yeah.
And now it's
only gonna be
almost
for a couple of
September.
months.
And it's like,
I don't need a haircut at the beginning, I'll be fine. No, get a haircut at the beginning of lockdown.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people went bald, didn't they?
Yeah.
Just to go
Shave your head, why not?
Well, they had to, because they shaved their own heads and they realised they couldn't cut their own hair. So now I have to shave my head.
Shave it all.
So that happened. So I remember that really well. So I bought some new Disney pictures for my room.
Nice. What are they?
So they were artwork when we went to Disney for Christmas, Disneyland Paris for Christmas, and they're old posters of the rides.
Oh, cool.
And areas.
Nice.
So Joe was helping me map them out. So where they are is the position of where they are on the map of Disneyland Paris.
Wow.
So the
very
centre is the castle, and then you've got like all the there was some like limousines and buses and stuff. So they're at the entrance, and then Space Mountain's like next to the castle, and Thunder Mountain's the other side. So yeah, we spent ages doing that. So that was great.
What lockdown activity?
Yeah, lockdown activity.
Cool.
And then while that was happening, got notifications on our phones, didn't we? And the news was on that schools was not happening.
The Boris interview.
Do you remember
Is that the one
still?
with the like Nando scale of
Oh yeah.
Miles.
yeah.
So Boris, how many chilies is this road?
It's about lemon and herb.
Which is fine.
Yeah. So when did you find out about your exams and what was going to happen there?
Oh, I'm pretty sure like when lockdown started, I think they thought we might be able to get back to school before the exams happen. But then I think like as it went on a bit, they went, maybe we can't go back in time to do the exams. And then I think they called it off at like some point, and then everyone was like, well, this is all just like no one really knew what to think at all. Everyone was just like, well, what's going on?
Well, no one really had that in their mind as a priority, and like I mean, understandably so. When you've got like 1,000 people dying every day,
yeah,
you can just stop that happening. But like everyone forgot about like the theatre and bars and restaurants and hairdressers and schools. They just say, okay, we need to shut everything down, wait until it's better, and then we can start to worry about them again. They didn't really have a plan from the get-go.
Yeah, there was nothing. Well, completely nothing. They just stopped everything because they needed to immediately. Because that's the point. Everyone was so positive about it and was like, "It's fine. We'll be okay. We're Britain. But we carry on." But we generally had to stop. Like it wasn't safe for anyone.
How are the other people at school about it? Like, how are the other students
I think
and
they all,
stuff?
everyone, I think, or my friends and everything, were all in like the same boat, just going like, this all has happened so quickly. Like I remember we were just doing our mocks, and it's like preparation for that.
Didn't think you'd have to be worrying about them in 6 months' time.
Yeah.
And then now we're just like, wait, we're in A level now. Like, I don't think we're prepared for this.
yeah.
Like, or mentally prepared. I don't feel old enough at all to be going into A level. I just feel like,
I don't
this is
think you're
going
old
to be.
enough to go to A level. I'm like, no, Joe can't be going into sixth form.
Yeah, it's crazy.
How were your results? Did you...
I passed everything.
Congrats!
I got
Because they
all the
massively
things.
messed that up, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they messed up the A level
To start with, and they rectified it.
Thank
now,
God.
Now the woman that was in charge of it all has stepped down eventually.
She messed up.
I'm so glad that, like, out of all the things that, you know, people protest about, I'm so glad they actually listened to everyone that got their A-level results.
Yeah.
And changed
Yeah, it's a rare moment where the government are listening to young people.
Yeah. And it happened so quickly, like, within the week.
Well, I think it's also...
It was all sorted before your GCSE results.
Yeah, it was like the A-level results came out, like, I'm pretty sure everyone in A-level was like really angry with their results. Then it just went from like tons of people just going, we want it to be redone, and then
Do you remember when the A-level results came out and they decided it was going to be an algorithm? Was there like huge like social media?
Yeah,
like,
there was.
People
there was,
just
like,
going online and just going like, "This is ridiculous! I found out my results. What's going on?"
I think it was all over social media, like people messaging everyone, like, sign this petition to like to send to the government to change it and everything.
Because I saw like on the news that young people, that students were outraged, like rightly so. But I didn't really have any interactions or see anything on social media because I don't know anyone who is young enough to be getting their grades or whatever. So
Yeah.
A bit mad. But what did you think of all that? Like, with the government changing them and lowering the grades, did you think the way that you got given your grades was fair?
I think that I don't think it can obviously be fair because no one really knows what you're going to get in your exams. It's like really hard for the teachers to determine. And it's obviously like if the teachers like someone, there's not like they can give them something, is it, or anything like that. And it's
Having said that, though, I remember you saying to me, like, I asked you what they were doing with your grades. This was before they announced that they were basically saying, "Are you poor? Cool, okay, bad grades."
Yeah.
And you said, like, "Oh yeah, well they're looking at like how I've worked in class and what I'm predicted, and you know how my work so far, and sort of talking to the teacher." And I was like, "That's such a good idea. Why don't they do that all the time?" But instead, it comes down to how did you do on this one piece of paper?
How much did you memorize?
Yeah, and like me, I was not good at exams. I really struggled with exams.
There's so much pressure, much pressure. And it doesn't...
And the environment that you're put into when I think you do exams is the worst. When you're stuck in a room...
It's awful. With old people pacing up and down, looking at you.
Can't talk to anyone.
Massive clock on the wall. Going like, you've only got 2 minutes left. Oh my god.
It's like a prison.
Oh my god.
It is like a prison. It is awful. I think the environment of when you do your exams, you're in a really cold or really boiling hot
freezing.
room.
Put all your stuff in this bag.
Yeah.
Give it to me.
Yeah.
You will not get it back for 3 hours.
Yeah.
And also when the heater doesn't work either.
And if you're sat in there for like a media and a film exam, both in one go, you're in there for about 6 hours.
Oh my god.
It is not good.
Is that what you had?
Yes.
How are you supposed to write and focus for like 6 hours straight?
I don't get it.
So I think you missed. You probably got a good thing of missing that, but
it's such a good
like
way to test out a different way of grading students.
Yeah.
Like it's a good way of seeing happiness among students go up. More people have gotten good grades. Like teachers are probably happier because they can give a better assessment of their students. Like obviously it's against
From
the Tories'
what a paper
agenda.
that is out of their control.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Obviously it's against the Tories' agenda to allow more people into advantaged outcomes because that just makes poor people succeed, which is not what they want. But I don't see why more people succeeding is a bad thing.
It's just backwards how we do it. Like just the thought of an A star student fucking up their exam and getting a U.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all that's it. It comes down to 2 hours in a room instead of a year or 2 years or GCSE, like 6 to 7 years of
if you're having
working
a bad
hard.
day and you're not thinking right.
And then you have to pay
Forget
to
about mental health
redo it.
issues. If you've got any sort of anxiety, depression, PTSD going into a fucking exam and sitting there on your own,
Screw
you've got
that.
an
It's the
episode,
worst.
you're not writing anything in that exam hall.
Yeah.
No.
I think you dodged a bullet there. But
You got
Obviously you missed
shot
a lot of
twice
stuff
as well.
as well.
You dodged
Yeah.
one out of the 3 bullets that got shot at you.
It's just crazy though, because obviously it must be so weird for you, Joe, when you're that. I mean, who knows what's going to happen for the next few years with GCSE results and A-level results, but being the first year to have it completely different. Like, I just remember at school being, and it's probably the same for you, or all of us, like, even from the get-go, you are told that exams are the most important thing at school.
Yeah.
If you don't pass those exams, you're screwed. Whereas for you guys, it's kind of been like exams, and then literally at the last leg, you're not having exams anymore.
Yeah.
Like, how does that feel for you guys? For you?
Well, it's just really difficult because, like, you just don't... It just doesn't register in your head that you're just not doing them anymore.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, you're just not doing the exams that really matter, the ones that will help you get jobs in the future, the ones that, like, determine the rest of your life, basically. Just going, actually, you're not doing them anymore. It's just, everyone's just like, I don't know what's going on. It's
as like post-exams, post-weird schoolness, like obviously exams in the end probably do not matter that much. If you want to be a doctor or like a surgeon or something, then yes, but like in the real world, my exams have not mattered a single bit in the jobs that I've gotten.
Absolutely not.
They haven't mattered like the friends that I've got or anything like that. Like, yeah, I've worked in the same position who's had a degree that I wanted, but we were earning the same money, so it doesn't matter. But like, yeah, the worst thing about it that it sounds like is that you just don't know.
Yeah.
Like, it's gone from one style of learning to another completely in the split second. And just ending up not knowing seems really
Even
bad.
like having said that though about doctors, there's a guy at the minute who's just published like a tell-all book about the NHS saying, or like the medical care in the UK, saying how we should be letting more B and C level students train as doctors and nurses because it means nothing.
Yeah.
You learn it all in medical school.
Yeah.
He was really interesting. He was saying like some people just can't hack it and some people it's just not for them, and he's like, it doesn't matter if you're an A-level student or if you're a D-level student, like we should be lowering the standards for grades and letting more people train up.
Yeah, they need more doctors and nurses anyway.
Well, exactly, that's the other thing, the
And
shortage
if
of
someone just missed, the qualifications of being a doctor and that's what they wanted.
But if you get rid of that, you get rid of the competition, and then you get rid of like the high paying fees for like Oxford and Cambridge and the Russell groups, and then there's like if you lower the standards, this is all like a bad thing. But if you lower the standards, then there won't be any sort of like competition to make up between students.
It's hard.
So hard.
So sorry, Joe, you're not going to be able to become a doctor.
Yes, soz.
Yeah.
Yeah, how does it feel being like labelled like the first of a generation to do something or experience something?
I don't know. It's like, I feel like in the future, people are just gonna like look back in their history books at like this year and be like, look at these dumb students.
Yeah.
Just like, they didn't get any grades, they didn't do their exams. Oh, how lucky have they been? Like that.
Yeah, I have found that whilst people are saying during this period that it's been awful, and people look back and say it's been awful, like they will look, like you said, they'll look back and say like, people got 6 months off work, paid holiday.
Yeah.
Nothing. Why are they
So
complaining?
true.
Like, just because an infection went around the world. Like, what? They paid their wages for them? That's crazy.
Just because like 750,000 people died.
Yeah. I think it's coming up to 20 million infections or something.
Oh my gosh.
Yay. Should we talk about something like fun, like
Anyway,
some good school memories?
Okay.
Have you preferred...
Did you have another
or-
question?
No.
No.
Is there anything that you have preferred about this situation?
I guess not doing the exams is very
Yeah.
is like a bonus, I guess. Like not having the pressure or going through the anxiety. But I think that, because I think a lot of people have said that when the exams finish, there's just this huge like enjoyment of just the relief of not like the exams are over.
Yeah.
I've done them all.
Yeah.
I feel like I've achieved something.
Yeah.
But like we don't get that either. We're just like, it's just gone. It's just not in the picture for us.
It's such
just,
an important thing that I didn't think about, like that
Yeah.
sense of achievement. Of
Yeah,
just completing something.
that is a thing. The relief of finishing an exam.
100%.
Yeah.
But then I feel like, I don't know about you guys, but for me it was not so much the relief of like, oh yes, proud of myself for doing that. It's like, thank fuck that's over, because I hate this.
Yeah.
I absolutely hate this. And then I couldn't wait for my last exam to finish, which means that I just was like, instead of being like, oh, I'm really enjoying my last days with my friends in school, I was like, I can't wait to leave this place. And I feel like if you take out the exams, or not the exams, keeping the exams, but if you take out the stress of having everything relying on one exam, then you can start to enjoy your time a bit more and have fonder memories of last days, I guess.
What I liked my film and media exams, 'cause they're DOS subjects, as we know, but like it's because like only 60% of the grade was on that exam, and that's a majority. But 40% of your grade is already decided in your coursework and your like analysis of that coursework, and like it's basically like half a uni course in one. Whereas when you come to the exam, you kind of feel like you know what you're talking about already because you already know half of your grade, and it's just much more relaxed than saying like, especially now where when we did A levels, you could split it into two, where you could have half like one grade at AS and then finish your grade at A2. Whereas now it's just everything at the end of 2 years. All that pressure has gone into the end of that 2 years.
Mad.
You're one of the number kids now as well, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's going to say.
We had letters.
You got.
We had letters.
Yeah.
in our
But
day.
the thing is, A levels still have letters.
Yeah.
Do
What?
they?
So A levels is when Joe's going into A levels, obviously from September. So his grades are letters, but all his GCSEs were numbers. And you were like, I got a 6, and I was like, is that good?
Yeah. Is high good or bad?
What?
I don't know.
What was the point in changing them?
Just for GCSEs.
I think it was more. So there was more options. So 4 was a C. 4 was the pass.
Yeah.
So that's technically more.
So you can split them up more.
So so with a C, you only had C, B, A star. Whereas 4,
CBA.
you could have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which were all passes. So I
Yeah.
guess that was more.
Like you can get the 9s, 8s and 9s over here,
Yeah.
which are A stars and A's.
Yeah.
And then put the B's. They're not as good.
6
as
and
the
Yeah,
sevens.
it's like
Yeah.
people still categorise the numbers into
Yeah.
letters.
exactly.
So that's kind
It's
of
like-
Yeah.
There's not
Just
really
change
a
the way
point.
It's
you
an
mark
equivalent, yeah.
papers.
So if you say you got a 6, you'd be like, what is that? It's a C. Okay, then I get it.
Are you looking for?
Useless.
Like, can you imagine if they were like, oh yeah, we've changed the numbers 1, 2, 3 to do, re, mi now. So now when you're counting, you have to say do, re, mi, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You'd be like, why? Why? What is the point? What's the fucking
because.
point in that?
Just because, okay?
And then people would be like, yeah, I'll have do of those. And they're like, is that 2? And you'd be like, yeah, do, re. No, that's 1. Just 1, please. And you still have that conversation. It's like, just leave it.
God
What's the
forbid
point?
if you go to France.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
off the table.
Do, re, mi, de, toi, cheval, passion fruit.
Just
Just please.
oh dear.
But yeah, so Joe, from September you're going into A levels.
Mm-hmm.
Have you
What-
just... Sorry.
Oh no,
Yeah.
what you were gonna say was what I was gonna talk about. So you asked.
Have you decided them?
Yes.
Yes.
I will be doing drama,
Yeah.
yeah,
Good choice.
media, and math.
And podcasting 101.
That is an eclectic mix. That's good.
I went with the drama and media because I love the drama and media.
Live for the drama. Live for the drama.
And then
Tea, honey.
I also quite enjoy maths, and it's an overall good subject to be able to.
Very true.
You do a lot with maths A level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to generalise, but you're probably going to be the only kid in the maths A level class with like
Drama.
personality.
Genuinely. No, but like, it's so rare to have someone like equally as good at maths and drama. Like,
Yeah.
for some reason, if you were doing PE as well, you'd be an enigma of some sort. Like, you can't be
Yeah.
sporty, smart,
Or
and
doing like
be good at
geography
drama.
or
That was so
something.
Exactly.
weird
Yeah.
because people would in like PE they'd be like Joe, you do drama. Because I'm not gonna brag or anything, but
I'm not going to take this platform to...
I was on like one of the higher PE people, as well.
Yeah.
So
higher
like
set.
I
Yeah,
was
me
the
too.
ones that they would
Yeah.
pick on the football team or the basketball
yeah.
team or anything.
That's silly.
I'd be like one of the first people. So
I was top set.
Did you ever do any of that?
what?
Football or basketball?
Yeah.
Oh, I just didn't know.
Didn't invite you to his games.
No.
No.
Invited us, not you.
Oh, cool.
But that's
Yeah.
really good mix.
So I've got like
Let's
all
have a
the-
creative outlet.
Yeah.
Let's talk about PE because we spoke about this with Harrison. How have you found PE in your school experience? Because I hated PE. I like having a time to not write and not sit down, but the actual way that, as our school especially, I don't know about other schools, but the way our school, which is the same as Joe's school, ran PE, was not
We were
fun.
talking about the changing rooms.
I think it so much
Situation.
depends on your ability and your
Yeah.
popularity.
I just honest, there were like a bunch of, like the cooler
The
kids.
jocks.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
The dicks.
Like they run around with their tops off,
Yeah.
with their like trousers like just halfway down their legs, just like yeah, man, like that with their like Jesus cross, you know.
They are the whitest kids I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And they're not religious. They just wearing that.
They're just wearing
like trust fund babies. They've got rich parents.
Are they
think
just
they're from
dossing
Love
about so they
Island.
don't have to go to their next lesson?
Yeah, I think so.
They've never been hard in their life,
and they
want-
smack
they
you
try
with their
so hard.
ties and things.
Have you ever?
they?
Oh yeah, they
Well,
always
yeah.
do it to
What?
everyone.
They always
And
used to do-
everyone.
Oh, it's not
Always.
me.
Have you ever
Why
used
not you?
I don't know.
He
I wasn't
gets picked
part of it.
first in the football
Yeah.
and basketball.
Yeah.
Have you
You
ever
were
used the
lucky.
showers in the changing rooms?
Never
No,
used the
me either.
showers.
That was just one
Never.
kid when we went to school. His name was Pazit, who was.
If you're listening, Pazit, hello. Nice to.
It might have
Nice
been
to see
Prazit.
you
I never
again.
knew how to say
It
his
was
name,
Prazit.
and I knew him
He-
for ages. But he said Pazit.
No, it's Prazit.
Yes, but he, the person whose name it belongs to, called himself Pazit, but it was spelt Prazit.
Maybe the R is silent.
So, anyway, he took a shower fully clothed. He was nuts.
What?
With a sandwich, I remember.
Pazit's dead now.
He was posting on Facebook that he was a pilot because he came from like Indonesia, I think, or somewhere from around that area, and he was a pilot. He was in pilot's uniform, sat in a cockpit with loads of photos, and then someone found out that he wasn't a pilot. All he could say was like his name, and he just used to scream at people. So, but he was a friend of mine. Good friend of mine.
He's the best man. He didn't say much.
He's my
but-
husband.
But yeah, no, because I was saying from a girl's perspective in the girls' dressing rooms. God, I'm such
so
an actress.
theatre, Jesus. No, I used to call my PE kit my costume occasionally.
PE.
And go,
Oh my
like,
God.
it's not your fucking costume. You're so
Come
lame.
on,
You're
everyone's
so
gonna help.
lame.
Everyone's gonna hate me. No, the changing rooms. Like you would get judged on what bra you had on, how big your boobs were, like what underwear you were wearing. Like
Always was the same.
You were so
Look at your bra.
you were very insecure about what you looked like in the dressing rooms. So you kind of kept yourself to yourself because you knew other girls were judging what you looked like or what PE bag you had as you walked.
What PE bag you had was a big one.
Yeah.
I was the
Mad.
kid with 8 bags.
I never really give
Bring your food tech stuff in with you.
No, you're quite laid back too.
I didn't really give a shit. If so, like, because I think I've probably experienced bullying, but I've just never like really acknowledged it. I've just
so
been
good.
like, sorry, what did you say? I just didn't bother acknowledging you because you're an arsehole and I don't give a shit.
I wish more
See,
people
I wish,
were like that.
yeah, I wish I could have done that.
Yeah. Well, there are lots of
I
people
think-
that.
I have no idea, but correct me if I'm wrong. But it seems like your generation more than ours are just blanketly more accepting of people than we were.
Yeah, I would.
Like they just
Yeah.
seems more. They seem more logical. Like as you said, like if someone saw someone getting bullied in Park House, I imagine people go like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like that's horrible."
Yeah. Whereas back in our day,
Back in our day,
people called each other gay, and that was
is that
like
still
the
around? Is that still a thing?
gay.
Oh no, because most of them are.
I mean, that's true. Yeah, that is true.
Most of them are now. And
Well, the
it's just
Harrison
like,
said it was.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a bit like the N-word in a sense that gay people have sort of using it ironically now.
Yeah.
Well, not,
And the
like
fact that, as you said, people are coming out as gay and everything because it is more.
The thing is, I think now, because like when you were there, calling someone gay would be like, oh my god, we called you
Yeah.
gay. Now if someone says gay, the person that said it now feels terrible because everyone goes,
yeah.
why the hell would you,
Why is that a bad
say
thing?
that?
Do you
That's
have
horrible.
a word like? Obviously, that was our version of calling people gay. Did you have anything like that? Well, you're still there.
I think it was just, to be honest, for boys, I think it was a lot different to girls because if you just went, you dickhead or you're wanker or something like that, the boys would just go, it's funny, man, yeah, it's funny. But then I think if girls like said something to like another girl, they'd be like,
Oh my god, she called me a bitch.
she called me a bitch, I can't believe that. And then,
Oh my god.
oh my god, and then it would just be,
Was there a girl in your school that slapped everyone?
I don't know, I think there's been a couple fights, but then
Yeah.
they've just been,
We had one
Expelled,
girl
right?
called Vicky, and she would just slap everyone. Like genuinely, she got like annoyed with someone, or like a boy said something bad about her. She would find a way to find that boy and slap him.
My God.
Yeah,
Do you have the weird girl in your year that just makes noises, like like hissing noises?
like draws dragons and stuff.
She's obsessed with horses.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
Did you ever have anyone odd like that in your year? You
Just
must
like
have.
you like this
Must.
person is going to be a serial killer when they leave.
I don't really know.
Joe's like, hang on, like,
I just
If
trying
you
to
can't think of it, then that person is you.
Okay, yeah, I knew tons of them
There we
actually.
go.
Yeah,
There we go.
oh, but yeah, so
We had a couple of weirdos in our year, didn't we?
yeah,
Has it to name one?
I wish I met Pazit.
Yeah, no, we did have some odd.
I think we
people.
only had like one or two. Odd.
What were they like?
I think I just didn't really acknowledge.
I never got to know them.
I never got to know them. I just went. So people don't like him, so I stay away from him, and then I chill with these people who aren't the most popular people, but they're the people that I find friends with, and they're cool. We were kind of like the nerd group, but then we were just there like. We're not smart, so you can't really call us nerds. Because
That's
We're
so true.
outcasts, but we're not good at anything. So
Then we need to categorize these people with a word.
no, but I felt very similar.
We need to
though.
push them into a corner.
Because like
it's
I
like
felt very similar, just
Yeah.
like floating between friendship groups. I wasn't really like overly smart.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel like a nerd, but I wasn't popular either.
I wasn't like disliked by many people. I don't think I was just like friends with. I would say that I was friends with like everyone. I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just I wasn't
floater.
mean to anyone really. So.
What did people think when you got Danny in Greece?
Oh.
I'm really intrigued to know. So
The maths class blew up.
They
yeah,
did.
so
Literally.
They were like, "Oh my
Blew up.
god,
So, yeah.
the percentage of that happening is 0.5." And then, like 4 of them caught on fire.
well, because
School burnt
so
down.
yeah, there was a school show at the start of this year, which we're obviously so fortunate when we look back at it that we actually did a show in 2020,
Genuinely.
January 2020, and it was all okay, like no trouble or anything with that. But Joe was cast.
Sorry, we got a screensaver on in the background and a picture of. I'll post it on Instagram. A picture of Anna with a Secret Life of Pets pair of sunglasses just came up, which I posted on my Instagram. Like when we came back from New York, I was like, "What photo can I post of New York to summarise our time there?" So I posted that photo. I was like, I had so many nice photos. So I posted Anna in a Secret Life of Pets pair of sunglasses. There it is.
I looked so happy.
You're very happy.
You're in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
It was in the
Yeah, in the
Rockefeller
TV
Centre
The Wii
Toy
make.
shop.
toy shop.
The
The
Wii
Wii
Make.
Make.
That's the Wii game.
Oh.
The Wii Make.
That's what we're on about.
Oh yeah, so
Yes.
yeah, the show
Grease.
Grease, and
Yeah.
Joe, I think it was a shock, not just
Yeah,
to you.
I was.
Everyone was very shocked that you got the part.
Yeah.
Because you were quite quiet.
I wasn't really a singer or a dancer, really.
No.
I was
Or an
just not.
actor.
Well, no, I
named
enjoyed
Danny.
Or a human.
but yeah,
Flip flop.
but yeah, no, you got Danny, didn't you? Danny Zuko for Grease. But yeah, what did?
All my friends were like, "Wait, so you're the main role in the thing?" And they're like, "That's cool." Well, like, they obviously didn't really. No, they were like, "That's pretty cool." Like, they didn't think it was. Well, they were very proud of me, and I was like, "I'm so happy I have friends like this because I could have other friends."
You could be people.
You're
like,
in a
jealous
play.
of you,
That's gay.
or saying it's Ben.
But
or
to be
whatever.
honest, the people who I thought would do that, I think they're obviously like some little douchebags that I've always just hated. Actually,
yeah.
I do hate some people. Like, they were just like, "You just drama, just don't do it." But then there were also a bunch of other people that were in like the cooler people, but they were just like, because I wasn't like really like, I do drama, look at me, I do drama. I was kind of like just like one of them. So they were just like, "Oh, so you do drama, but you're also actually like a really cool guy as well. So we're not really gonna do much." And it was
It seems so confusing. to be
Yeah.
yeah,
drama, but not
yeah. It
be
was
gay.
I think I had the easy end of the
You can see the the meme where she's like working out the mathematics in her head. There's like all the Pythagoras, like appears.
But you actually got close with the cast, didn't you?
Yeah.
Like you guys like had an after show party, and I guess you kind of create a friendship group from that, which is I think is amazing. Like and
the grease group.
yeah, or like when
The greasy dudes.
Greasy daddies.
the greasy dudes.
The greasy daddies.
No.
That's the name of this episode.
But yeah, I
Greasy daddies.
Thank you. Good.
but all of us have done school all of us have done school shows.
Yes, we have.
I don't know, Jake, your school shows were,
Uh,
yeah, they
well,
were
I started
good.
quite late, to be fair.
He's a late
for someone
bloomer.
for someone who's so interested, wanted to become an actor for so long. I only did my first school show when I was in my first year of sixth form, I think.
That's mad.
Um,
but you got close with people from the,
I did,
doing
yeah.
that,
I was the same, to be fair. My first one was year 10.
Yeah,
yeah.
Footloose, then
Pet
Christmas
Goose.
Carol, and then Joseph, and then a Christmas Carol.
There you go.
Very fun.
Because I'll do one more, won't I, in sixth form?
Probably,
Yes,
yeah.
you're
Yeah, hopefully.
next year, yeah.
Next year.
But I remember similarly, I don't know if you did, but the first show I did, I was like, I don't know if this is going to be cool or not.
Yeah, I think my first time I did it, because I didn't really have like the biggest role in it or anything, but not many people realised that I was in it basically. So I did it on the side.
We were there.
That's the only
Because
reason
I was
I
in
came.
year 9, so I think back in year 9 I was
So
kind of like
quite
the
young.
shy kid, and I was like, oh, I'm doing this.
Well, when you're...
I don't really know what I'm doing.
I was gonna say,
So
when-
when,
and
are you
then,
here?
so when
Pineapples.
you-
That's a callback.
did being on stage give you more confidence?
Definitely. I think doing drama also gave me a lot of confidence. I think
Yeah.
also the friends that I got in drama, and the GCSE drama, just the friends I got also like got me out of my
Yeah.
shell a bit as well.
You find
you-
people
Which
you
was
get, like, fuck, I get someone. Like,
Yeah.
Nice.
Like, wow, these people are like kind of like me as
Yeah.
well, so it's like really
Yeah.
fun.
Are you glad you've done the shows that you've done?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely glad I've done them.
Well, would you say they're highlights?
yeah.
Of your
school-
entire life.
Of your
Yeah, my
whole life.
Look ahead into the future.
You're about to die. What do you flash back on? Now,
This podcast.
What best school memories would you say are from?
Yeah.
we should call this In Memoriam.
This is the problem with this podcast, right, Joe? Is that we always say this is going to be the title of this episode, but we'll say it like 4 times, and then usually when I'm listening back, the best title is not the title any of the titles we've suggested. So
I couldn't remember Meet Me in the Whittle.
Meet Me in the Whittle.
Yeah, is that?
That was our summer songs, wasn't it? Cause,
Yeah, why don't you just meet me in the Whittle?
yeah. Did I say? I think I said
You said I'm losing my mind, just a whittle.
just a widow.
I don't know. Joe, serious question.
Yeah.
Do people still use the word boffin?
As you can tell by my reaction, no.
No.
Do you know what that is?
No.
Do you not?
A boffin?
Yeah.
Oh, you boff. It's such a good
You
word.
boff.
You boff.
Fucking boff.
boy. Boffin.
Nerd.
Do you not know?
No, does it not?
Yeah,
nerd.
nerd.
Little
If
pov
you're a
boy.
boffin, you're really clever. and-
Povo.
People called everyone boffins. There you go.
Yeah.
It's what?
Boffin is such a good word.
I think now the vocabulary's just gone down. It's like, you fucking smart fucking piece of shit.
Cunt.
Yeah.
Everyone's so aggressive nowadays.
Oh, it was for the year 7s, like, when they first joined, they're like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. And then a week into it, they're like, hey, yeah, you're 11, you fucking want some, man?
Yeah.
Year 7's
I
when they are
remember the year sevens.
untouchable.
Bro,
I
you're,
hate them.
you're as
Yeah.
tall as my knee. What do you want
Yeah.
from me?
Yeah.
I think is that like, well, we've moved over to a new thing, kind of settled down a little bit. Like the worry is gone of doing something new. Now I'm untouchable. I'm a secondary schooler.
Wait
now.
till you cry when you get your first detention. You have to tell your parents,
After school detention, yeah.
fuck you.
And they just run. Nothing is faster, not even the speed of light.
But they're carrying
in a year
like a
7 with
4-ton
12
backpack.
bags.
but all
They
you
can
see-
speed past you on the fucking stairway.
But all you see is these backpacks. You don't actually
Little legs.
see them.
You just,
Coming at you.
you just see this giant backpack and little legs just go.
You're gay.
What you need to do is like
you.
at
What's
the
he
end
doing?
Go
of
from the
the
Spider-Man backpack.
They drop their massive pencil case. Oh no, my pens.
They drop their lasagna that they've just made in food tech. That's what makes them fast. It's the lasagna sauce. It gives them their speed.
Oh my god.
Was bitten by a radioactive
I love
lasagna.
food tech.
Food tech. What a great subject.
When you had loads of ingredients to bring. Fuck that.
There's this corridor, right, in Park House, and I don't know if people still do it, but it was just wide enough for you to grab onto either side of the doors, so someone would like starfish in the doorway.
That's a good idea.
Block the whole corridor, and you'd get like genuinely, you get about 80 people in the corridor trying to get to their clothes.
It still happens. Like everyone just stands by the doorway, and everyone's like, "No!" And there's
people
like these
start
girls in the
pushing.
background
Yeah.
just going, "Move your fella!"
That's such a good idea.
And all the boys are just laughing, like, "Yeah."
Oh my god. But yeah, going back to food tech.
Yes.
Did you ever have the 5 a.m. go to Tesco's to
Oh,
get
yeah.
your
Oh,
food tech
yeah.
ingredients?
Oh shit, mum. I need double cream.
It wouldn't be like that.
You can you use single cream? No. Gotta use double cream. Recipe says double cream.
It's like
And I have to use 600 grams.
It's like stuff you can't get like easily as well. It's, Mum, I need 8 pots of xanthan gum.
So authentic seaweed, Japanese seaweed, Gary.
Mum, I need eye of newt.
What are you making?
Biscuits.
Chocolate chip biscuits. Why do you need seaweed?
Meringue. What's the easiest thing to make? Water.
Oh my god.
I love food tech.
I remember I was in my friend's car and his mum had a really, really nice white Audi.
Oh no.
Oh god.
And we'd made like chili or something. It was like, or I think it was minestrone soup. And I had it in
we
this
did
big
make that.
Tupperware
Oh.
pot.
Come on, kids. Let's make minestrone soup.
I love school. That's the teacher. Well, we made minestrone soup, and I took the lid off in the car because it smelled really good, and I was like, "Look at this soup." And I just remember her really politely saying, "Like, oh, do you mind just keeping the lid on that?" What was I thinking? Like, obviously, minestrone soup was going to go everywhere in this car. Luckily, it didn't.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
What was the best thing you made in food tech? Do you guys remember?
Well, I don't even remember. And it happened like a couple of years ago.
Well,
Mine was. That's when I
I
fell
know what
in
you were
love.
going to say.
What?
Thai green curry.
Yeah, that's
I'm
when I
talking
fell
about
in
it the
love
other
with
day.
Thai green curry. I made it for food tech.
We
But-
didn't get
Okay,
to
mate.
make anything. I remember like they were like, okay, we're going to do cakes at the end of the term.
Did you not have to make
all empty
I
promises.
made croissants.
Yeah.
Not actually
you?
from scratch.
Oh.
But you got to pick.
You put it in the oven.
No, you can get
I made this.
puff pastry and then you roll it.
Yeah.
Puff pastry is more difficult to make than it is to fucking buy, and it's not even any different. Anyway, we got to pick because we did it. If you did it for GCSE, you got to pick a specific cuisine to focus on.
Did you do it for GCSE?
Yeah,
Did you?
yeah. Because
Oh
we
my
used to want to be a
gosh.
chef.
Oh yeah.
The
of course.
doy. No one knows that, but yeah.
The doy.
We got to pick a specific cuisine to focus on, and I picked French for some fucking reason because I thought I was up my own arse. And
I can cook
I could have
snails.
picked American and made like fried
Grilled
chicken,
cheese, yeah.
grilled
Oh,
cheese,
Italian.
hamburgers, Italian. But I picked French, and I made fucking scallops.
Oh.
And they were nice. But then I made croissants, and they were really good.
French isn't
That was a
bad.
long story just to say I made croissants. But
I just like the idea of you buying croissants from like Sainsbury's, just being, I made this. No, you just, the packet is right there. No, I made this. A, please.
taste them. They're good. I mean, it was pretty much. You just cut out puff pastry and then roll it and then put it in the oven.
Taste them. What's in it? Hang on, let me just get the packet. Croissant.
Croissant.
Oh,
What's the ingredient?
Croissant.
Croissant.
So, Joe, what's your least favourite subject? And who's your least favourite teacher?
What is their full name?
What their address?
Well, I think it would be science. Hate science.
me too.
Yeah.
Any particular one?
They were all. I just didn't pay attention.
Yeah.
I think physics was all right because you got to do things in it.
See, we got to do nothing in physics. Physics was my least favourite. We had
Mr. Bean,
who was
Well, yeah, his wasn't very fun. I remember that year with,
Mr. Bean,
and then I was sat next to. I didn't know him very well, but then he became like one of my best friends. Like I sat in his class and
depends who you're sat with, I guess.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
yeah, and then he was like a draw guy, and then
Nice.
every day I would give him like something, say go on, draw it, and then I would just sit there watching him draw it for the whole day, like for a full hour, and then like by the end of it he would just have this really amazing drawing of like it, and I would just be there like, man, like you're just insane.
How do you do this?
You're just insane at art.
Give me some of your talent.
I remember
Mr. Bean,
when we had him, who was our physics teacher. He played this. He was the most uninspiring teacher I'd ever had. Like,
He was always on Facebook.
yeah, I just
He was always on Facebook. It was like, what?
he played this video on physics, and it was like it was an introduction to his lesson to get everyone excited. But it was exciting, but for the wrong reasons in the end. And it was like cars crashing and stuff like that, and it was like stunts and things going wrong, and it was supposed to be this like cool video for us to be like, wow, physics is cool, we can see cars crashing and talk about how they crashed and why they crashed. And he obviously hadn't played it before other than just seeing a little clip of it, and he turned the volume up on the speakers in the classroom all the way up so you could hear it probably the other side of the playground. And it, you know the song from Team America, which is like, America,
Yeah.
fuck yeah. It was that.
Oh my god.
And it played across the whole school.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Mad.
Do you ever bully any teachers?
Subs.
Yeah, just subs.
Substitutes.
Of course.
Subs.
Sub. Fucking sub. Subway. Fucking sub. Eat fresh. Eat fresh, you
They walk in and it's like your normal teacher.
Sub. Boy, let's switch names in the register. I'll be you be me, yeah? Yeah, for the whole lesson, see if we can get away with it.
Selena?
Yes, miss.
Oh, no, I'm Selena. You can't tell me I'm not, because that's discrimination, miss. I always sit here. I swear. What, you always sit at the teacher's desk? Yeah. I'm Selena.
Selena is listening. Tell us if that really happened.
Selena Jones, get her on.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She's cool.
When we had our friend Harrison on.
Do you remember Harrison?
I remember Harrison.
You do.
How can you not remember Harrison?
Yeah.
How can I not remember Harrison?
He's a figure.
And we were talking to him about like when you walk into a class and you're waiting for the teacher and then Gook walks in and everyone's like, yes, Gook!
Well, he's your English teacher now,
Yeah.
isn't
But
he?
now he's not a sub,
Yeah.
yeah, unfortunately. So the
Yeah.
Gook days are gone.
He's the...
He gave you a good grade.
That's Florence and the Machines.
He gave me a
Science
very good
single.
grade.
Yeah.
What?
The Gook days are over.
Yeah, because like when you do drama, you're meant to be good at English as well, not maths.
Yeah, you didn't like English, but
I
Joe
didn't
got
like-
a really good grade because
I got a really good grade in
Oh,
English.
there you go.
'Cause Gook was like,
Run fast for you,
I
Gook.
got you,
Yeah.
don't worry, Joe.
I got
Yeah.
I got you.
Run fast
But
for you, Gook.
I was saying to Joe,
Run for your
like,
Gook.
what? Because obviously we had religious education.
Mhm.
We had that as a qualification. Like, you got a GCSE in it.
Uh-huh.
I said to Joe, obviously
It's not a thing.
you don't have that now. What? And I said, what do you have instead, or do you have some sort of degree that replaces, like GCSE, that replaces
and
that?
there isn't, but there is a lesson that you just do just for like because you just do it, and it's like character and values.
It's like they've been trying to figure out the wording because I think they used to have like ethics and like
We had citizenship.
citizenship
At
and
one
ethics and
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff. It's just basically life lessons and teaching you how to be a good human being.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
kind of.
Did any of
Rather
you
than
get
religions.
the tea video?
No.
If someone asks you
Oh yes,
some tea,
consent, isn't it? So
Yeah,
that consent's
consent.
pretty good.
then they say, "I'm okay for tea." Don't give them tea.
What?
If someone falls unconscious and you ask them, "Do you want tea?" and they don't reply, don't give them tea.
It's a really
About-
good. It's really
What
like
is
abrupt
this?
way of
It's about
explaining
consent.
sexual
Yeah.
assault
Oh,
consent
okay.
to
So
kids, I guess.
I guess.
If someone is unconscious,
But they showed
And-
it to us in like year 9, so we were just there like, what the fuck is this, miss?
if someone's unconscious and you ask if they want to be resuscitated and they don't answer, don't resuscitate them. That's the lesson we're learning. No, that's a good way, to be fair, to
Yeah.
kind of
Simple, I guess.
simplify it.
Did you have you had sex education?
Yeah, we had it in science. It was just like, you put the willy.
Well, that's the
Do you
thing.
have a
It's so
demonstration?
in school. It's
So
so educational and scientific and like gross. Like it's got nothing to do with the emotional side or the like things you have to commit to yourself and to other people and how it happens and like the lead up to it and the pressures of it from society and stuff. It's all got to do with like how it happens and the science behind it. And this is this.
It's more of like like a tutorial, like
Pretty
an
much.
instructional.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did you get the assembly about how to put a condom on?
Yeah.
Not the full-on assembly.
Oh, we did.
We did.
Whole
they
school assembly.
and they
Yeah,
split it.
I mean, all watch this one kid go.
What? They made a kid do it. Oh no, no!
That's not allowed.
That's
They
the
don't do
worst
that.
idea
Oh, no,
ever.
he volunteered, like, let me do it. And then
God.
everyone was like,
That is worse than what they did with the grades to start with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or like not on on a thing.
Yeah.
Was it on like a
It was on a
cucumber?
banana. It wasn't on a
Yeah.
teacher's cock.
No, it was on a model penis, wasn't it? 'Cause we had that.
Proper penis.
And I think we spoke about this on Harrison's episode. They split us boys and girls.
Yeah.
Did you have that?
Stupid idea.
Yeah, but we were in the same room. It's just that the girls are over there. The
Oh
boys
no!
were here.
Oh,
They
no.
literally, we went in the drama studio in our school, and they were like,
Yeah.
right, all
Yeah,
boys in one, all girls in one, and it was awful.
'Cause-
And then they're like,
Yeah.
here's a booklet about how to wash under your foreskin. It's like,
See, as
cool,
girls,
thanks.
Why go straight there?
for girls we had obviously like the options of implants or coils or like is it the moon cup thing?
Was it like a given that when you were learning about that, was it like this is what you will have to choose? Or was it like this is what you can consider?
Yeah, so they said it was. I just remember being very confused about what they were showing me.
Yeah.
I was like, "Wait, that goes up my vagina
Forever.
I don't want a coil.
Yeah.
That was like a screwdriver. I
Yeah,
don't want that up
genuinely.
there." I just remember looking at it, going, "Oh my god!" But a lot of the girls had already had stuff
Mm.
because they didn't want to get pregnant. So it was very much.
Oh, I miss year 7.
But like we had.
But yeah, so
more
it
than
was just like that goes in your. It was just showing us all the different ways that you can
Yeah.
not get pregnant.
I've heard about that. Joe's just saying he had drunk glasses to show you what
as well. So
Drunk
it wasn't
glasses?
just like learning
Oh,
about how to do
yeah.
sex. It was like, so you're gonna get older, you're gonna start drinking more. These are some drunk glasses to be like what it's like. It was not like what being drunk is. at
But
all.
at least in that way, it's like getting you to kind of have fun while you learn. It's not like, you cannot get drunk. It's like, well, you know.
Well, you can't teach British kids that they're not gonna, or tell them any British kids that they're not gonna get drunk. 'Cause
Yeah.
by that point, they probably already have
Yeah.
somewhere, and it works.
Like,
I mean,
don't get drunk. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
everyone has been drunk.
we're like the
Many
binging
times.
capital of Europe, but we can handle our drink because we drink from a young age. like not like in America where you turn 21 and then you
Yeah.
can get drunk off one WKD and then you get fucking wrecked because it's so strict and you're so.
It's like the thing Americans age 21, they're like, I drank my first beer, but then
Literally.
it's 16-year-olds in England.
Getting pissed in a
just
field
getting
off of-
pissed with weed.
Literally, like create a strongbow over their heads or something.
Yeah.
We went
Oh.
camping with a friend. Well, with my family, but I took my school friend, and he hadn't had anything to drink before ever. I always used to be given like a little bit of beer so that I could kind of try it. Because if you give kids beer, they'll drink it and be like, "This is fucking disgusting. I never want it again." Apart from that one episode of Outnumbered.
I was going to say that.
Yeah. Try that on Ben, and then he it's like, "I'll have some more,
gin.
but he like obviously hates it
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
He just never had anything before, and we gave him a little bit of like blue WKD to drink because it's like juice basically, isn't it? It kind of tastes nice. And we were like 13, 14 at the time, and he just went like absolutely nuts on it, and because he'd never had anything before. Like, he didn't get drunk, we didn't give him enough for that, but it was just like such a privilege for him to have anything. And I was like, maybe this is why there's a problem. Like, if you make people feel like they can't have something, then
Yeah.
as soon as you let them have it, they just go crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, we never had anything to do with alcohol in school. I don't know about
No, I
your
think
school.
There was a Safe Drive Stay Alive event
Yeah.
that you had to go to, which you'll probably have to go to.
Oh, yeah, that'd be
A-level.
sick form.
Yeah. But that...
That's nothing to do with drinking.
No,
I mean, like,
well, a
drink
lot of the
driving.
situations were
Sure.
driving, yeah.
but nothing to kind of handle your drink or. that
Not
it's-
even in class.
No.
Like, no science or... Like, I
Nothing.
don't know. I don't know where you
Like,
learned
I wish I'd been told, like, you know, if you do go out drinking, it's fine, but, you know, here's what happens if you drink too much. So
Yeah.
just make sure you drink in moderation, have some, like, carbs and bread to soak it
Yeah.
up, and have a pint of water,
Yeah, like
or
tips.
a different drink between each.
Yeah.
Here's how to
alcoholic
work
drink.
out how much alcohol you can have.
Yeah.
Here's
How to work out if you're sober enough to drive.
exactly.
Yeah.
Here's how to like resuscitate
if
someone
you're passed
not.
out, you should stop.
Why don't they teach CPR and emergency first aid to kids in school?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's such a good idea.
We had it in year 6 at my primary school.
Wow.
That's good.
Yeah, I didn't remember much of it afterwards because I was year 6, but it was good at the time, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know why they don't do it. Even to put someone in the recovery position.
Yeah.
Mm.
Basic.
Yeah.
Kids should know that.
Especially people going into sixth form.
Mm-hmm.
Because you will either be put in recovery position or have to put someone in recovery position at some point.
Especially at parties.
Yeah. It'll be one of
You're
the
going to have
other.
all the parties.
Aw.
You've got all those.
Yay.
Mind you, you were saying that a lot of your friends aren't doing sixth form.
A lot of them are, going away to do college and things.
Yeah, because I remember you weren't upset, but you had that sudden realisation that you're never going to see these guys again.
Yeah.
Like from he'd never got to
Yeah.
say goodbye to his
That's
friends.
true, actually.
Or like to some of them, I was just there like, wait, so I've obviously like said goodbye to them on like social media and things like, like
Yeah.
just
That's
messaging
not-
them and
but
things,
that's not
but that's
like-
not.
Meeting
Especially
up.
like you said about the whole exam period. That's kind of a period where everyone is studying, doing nothing else together. Or they're either studying during the day and then partying in the evening, or vice versa. Like, it's a time of stress, but everyone's together doing the same thing, and then at the end you're all relieved. You're all over it. You all celebrate at once, and then then in that celebration you get to say goodbye and have good times and memories and stuff.
Yeah.
So it is shit.
Yeah, that is really shit. When you said that, I was like, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
You just assume you'll see them in September, or you'll have a chance to say goodbye.
But saying that, I don't hang out with any of the people I went to school with now,
No, me either.
and vice versa.
Yeah.
Like,
you don't
people-
hang out with
No.
each other, do you?
But like, people leaving
Yeah,
doesn't mean you don't get to see them. Like,
yeah.
it's the same. As
you will
both
keep
ends.
you will keep in touch with people you want to keep in.
Yeah.
Or not that you
Yeah.
want to, but
that you should.
yeah. Like, I mean, I would love to keep in contact with like loads of people I went to school with, but I just like, who has the time?
Yeah.
And sixth form was like my favourite time at school, I think.
Yeah, me too.
Same.
You'll have
I
such a
didn't
good time.
enjoy doing sixth form, but the time I spent with like friends and free periods and stuff was so much fun.
I found the subjects are better. I definitely preferred doing A levels to GCSEs. I
Yeah.
found it a lot easier. I don't
Loved
know
all of
why.
it. I loved
Yeah.
all of it.
Yeah.
Well, you think about it, you're studying 4 subjects rather than like 44 subjects.
That's what it feels like for GCSEs.
That's what you want, and you actually feel like an adult because you're treated like one from the teachers.
There you go.
Loved
Yes.
every bit of it. You're going to be great.
Right. It'll be interesting to see by the time you get to do your A2 levels in like 2 years' time what the situation's
Yeah.
going to be.
We should do a catch up in a year's time.
Yeah, and be like, hey Joe,
And you got a good head of sixth form. Our head of sixth form was a Class A.
cock.
See you next Tuesday.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, he was not.
We've got a new head teacher now, then.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
yeah.
Mr. Goodenough. That's his name.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
His
Shut
name.
up.
No.
Why does Park House do this?
Mr. Goodenough.
Let's hope he's good enough.
That's literally what this is gonna
Shut
be.
up. That's my name.
My name is Miss Sitholey, not Shithole. How dare you?
Fine, get married. Was that her second name?
I think
No,
Whoreface.
Whoreface.
Hoffice.
Office.
To
Hoffice.
Hoffice to Sitholey. And then she left for some reason.
We had a Mr. Winkle.
No, that's so bad.
First name was Tim, so it's Mr. Twinkle.
T Winkle.
T Winkle. So good.
T Winkle on the mic.
Oh, like
He was,
so
an,
good.
he was an IT teacher as well.
Our friend that we went to school with had a teacher called Tess Tickle. And a school in our hometown, they had a head teacher called Mr. Dick. So the
That was the
sign
head
on his
teacher?
so the sign on his door said Mr. Dick, and then
Head.
his job title Mr. Dick Head, which is unfortunate.
Head
But
teacher.
apparently he was quite good. So
Yeah, Mr. Dick was good.
My year 9 experience with science and history were awful. They were the worst
Year 9 wasn't a great year
experience
either.
of like, well, it was fun because you're in year 9 and you're like, I could do whatever I want. Yeah.
GCSEs, woo.
but
Yeah.
we could.
Yeah.
Mm.
You
We didn't have
started.
GCSEs.
Your school started year 10, didn't they?
Yeah.
Mm.
Literally no responsibility whatsoever.
I think we were the only school in the
Yeah.
area, our school, that did
They were like, we do
year 9
GCSEs year
GCSEs started,
9.
didn't they?
Mm. It was just because our teachers were so bad. So in our
had
history
to
one,
take 3 years to do GCSEs.
our history one, our main history teacher, she had to go away because someone died in her family, so she had to take time off.
That's history now, though.
Yeah.
That's art.
And then we had this like woman who was like quite old named
Mrs. Tiggy Winkle.
she walked around with like a stick like
Oh
that.
no.
And like she the
She's also history.
whole year, well not the whole year, like most of the year, she taught us the wrong thing.
Oh, we had this a couple of times. People teaching us the wrong syllabus.
No, but it was the whole year.
What did
And
she
then
teach you? What were you?
She just taught us
How?
like different history things that we weren't meant to be taught.
How?
And then she kept like talking about her time and like, the women these days should not have the same like.
she Boris Johnson.
I was going to say.
But no, she was like she was like women should not have the same rights as men. She was like
as a woman, I believe women
she
have
was
less
like
rights is good.
she was so weird, and like she was talking about, I adopted this Chinese girl when I was younger, and she just had the weirdest stories.
Worst takeaway ever, I can tell you.
And then when our teacher did come back near the end, she was like, "Okay, so we're going to start from here." And we're like, "We haven't learnt that, miss." She's like, "What?" And she's like, "We haven't learnt that. Or have you learnt this or this?" And we're like, "No, we haven't learnt any of this." And she's like, "Oh my god!"
I had that with my drama.
She literally
did you?
she literally just dropped our class and went, "I can't handle this. I can't handle this class." So then we got moved with another dude, which he did really well in year 10. He like brought us. He did the whole of year 9 and the whole of year 10 in 1 year, and it was like,
Genius.
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
And then our science just had not be racist, but had a bunch of I had 2 Indian teachers, and I just couldn't understand them.
Like you said.
Yeah.
Photography.
Well, it's like, you know, people with accents or from different countries can have the jobs. It's just like, I think they need to understand that as a kid it might be harder to understand someone that's not from the same
Yeah.
country, and it's just like you need that introduction of like, if you need to ask me anything again because you don't understand it, or there's some sort of cultural, you know, difference in the way that we are going to talk about stuff, then you can talk to me about it. Just ask me again and I'll explain it to you. But there was never that with my teacher. It was like, hello, name's
Mrs. Potts.
Let's plant a page developer on
Here, camera. Here, Orange.
like-
You'll take picture of Orange.
I was like, I'm going to feel so uncomfortable asking her to repeat this, which was a shame because I'm sure she's a lovely teacher.
No, she wasn't. She hated me.
Oh, okay.
I had her
She's
for
awful.
art.
That's because
She-
you're English woman.
Yeah.
Mm.
She
She
just
hated our class.
yeah, she hated our whole class, but she hated my artwork in particular. She just didn't like anything that I did. She was like,
Could
I
it be
don't know.
more Soviet Russian?
Too much color.
yeah,
Not enough communism in this
What?
picture. Good to have Vladimir Putin on board. There you go.
No.
Well,
Holding bottle of
Thank-
vodka.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah.
thanks.
Let's dignify
Did you
this
have
as
a
your
good
show.
time?
I had the greatest time.
This is the greatest time.
This was better than my school show's experience.
What?
Wow.
Way, Jose.
This was better than
that works
that.
because your name's Joe.
Yeah.
This was better than that time when your grades all got fucked and then got repaired. Lol.
No, I think we're
No.
close second to that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think this
Close
experience
second.
is
Before you
just
go.
below that.
Before you go, what is the thing you're looking forward to when you go back to school?
Seeing people again, you know, communicating to other people out there.
Yeah.
Hello.
Anyone.
I see you.
You can't touch them though.
You're there.
Yeah. 2 meters. 2 meters.
Do you have to wear
Away.
masks?
Yeah.
Is that a rule yet?
Good.
That happened. Yeah.
Good.
Everyone's got to wear masks.
Exciting.
Wow.
And are you coming in at? Is school timetable's going to be the same, or you don't know that?
I don't think the school has any idea because the government's just not clear
Yeah.
on what's going on.
Well, you'll find out in September.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything you want to shout out at all?
Absolutely anything.
Anything you want?
Shout out to my dog.
Yes.
Yes, Lily.
Woot
Go
woot.
Lily.
Woo!
We'll post a picture of Lily on Instagram.
Again.
And again.
I've
Cool.
already got one.
And again. She's so cute.
Well, go and support Joe's school. The address
Yeah.
is
Mrs. Tiggy Winkle.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.
I give that podcast a 10,
Pod out of cast.
which is an A star. Is that right? Or is
No,
it
get
one?
a 9.
Can't get a 10.
Oh.
It only goes up to 9.
I think
That's the
that's-
smartest way to do it.
I give this podcast a 9 out of 10.